Hello everyone. Welcome back to this lecture in which we are going to study about Terzaghi theory of 1D primary consolidation. Now, here we are going to start about the assumptions that are adopted by Terzaghi in 1925. So, the first assumption that is followed by Terzaghi is that soil is homogeneous. Now, what is meant by homogeneous? It says that the soil properties are same at all locations. Whatever is the coordinate, whatever is the location, soil properties are same. That means the properties does not vary with space. Whereas another assumption is that soil is considered to be isotropic. What is meant by that? It says that the properties in all the directions are equal. But yes, this particular assumption is not much important when you are studying about the 1D theory, because here you also assume that the flow occurs only in one direction. And if the flow is only in one direction, then only one value of coefficient of permeability will be used. Now see, as I am saying that the coefficient of permeability will be used, another assumption says that Darcy law is valid. And when I am saying that the Darcy law is valid, that means we are going to use the equation that is V equals to Ki, where K is nothing but that is the coefficient of permeability. And we are also saying that the flow is laminar. So that is another assumption that is already built when we are saying that the Darcy law is applicable. Now, the next assumption is that soil is completely saturated. If I am saying that the soil is completely saturated, that means no air voids are present. And if there are no air voids, that means I can also say here that there is no initial compression will occur in this particular soil because there is no air present. So this fourth assumption is actually excluding the possibility of occurrence of initial compression in the soil due to the expulsion or compression of air. Now, the next assumption is that the compression of a soil is only one dimensional. Now, when I am saying this, what is meant by that? That any change in the volume will be occurring only in one dimension, and that is only in the vertical direction. That means I am saying here that any change in the thickness or the vertical dimension will be directly proportional to the change in the volume. That means the volumetric strain will be directly proportional to the change in the thickness or the strain in the vertical direction. And yes, both are equal when the compression is exactly one dimensional or that is exactly vertical only. Now, another theory that we assume here or the another assumption is that the flow is only one dimensional. So that is why, as the flow is assumed to be one dimensional, the name of a theory comes to be as one dimensional primary consolidation theory. And if I am saying that the flow is only in the vertical direction or that is only because of the flow of water in one direction, here we are actually assuming a big thing for the soil that exists in the real world. There is another assumption that says some various index or properties of the soil does not vary with the depth. Like I am saying permeability of soil or the modulus of volume change are constant for the soil, are constant for the soil. Although these are not constant, they vary somewhat with the depth of soil, but here we are assuming that these remains constant throughout the soil. Now, another assumption is that hydrodynamic lag is considered, but plastic lag is ignored or it is neglected. Now, what is meant by hydrodynamic lag? That is nothing but that is the time required for water movement. I am saying hydro means water and dynamic means movement. But when I am saying plastic lag, that is the time required for the rearrangement of solids. And this time required for the rearrangement of solids is ignored. That means we are actually ignoring the secondary consolidation, and we are considering only the drainage of water. That means we are considering only primary consolidation, but we are ignoring any existence of secondary consolidation. So all the volume change is only because of primary consolidation, and not only because of the initial compression, and also not because of the secondary consolidation. So these are the basic assumptions that are followed by Terzaghi theory. Now let us move ahead to our another lecture where we are going to dig into more depth about the Terzaghi theory.